Welcome back to the Sonic Locker Room. This is Bill Althouse of Sideliner Sports, and we're celebrating our 18th year bringing you the best and the brightest from Eastern Jackson County and the metro area. And when it comes to the best and the brightest from Truman High School, you could be talking about Noah Graham's Truman speech and debate team. He also coaches and teaches communications at the high school, and he's brought along 4 of his outstanding speech and debate students. We're going to be visiting about the upcoming state meet, April 23rd through 25th. Sophomore Carson Kilgore, senior Jayla Dodd, senior Amanda Amiku, and sophomore Quentin Quick. And Noah, thanks so much for getting all these youngsters together. How special is it for you to work with young people like we're going to have on the show today?
It's very special to me. I see a lot of potential in all of these kiddos, and seeing some of the mistakes I made back in high school and seeing that they aren't making those, they're making better choices, is even better.
Tell us a little bit about speech and debate, because it's somewhat unique, because all 4 of our guests today could be involved in something totally different.
Correct. I always like to explain speech and debate like it's a playground. We have something on the playground for everyone. You are either the kid that goes to the swings, you might be the kid that goes to the slides, you might be the kid that's eating a wood chip. Whatever it is, we've got a spot for you. And each of these 4 that I have today, they all are specialized in their own way, and they do their own events. So you are right on the money with that.
How excited are you, Coach, for the upcoming state competition, April 23rd through the 25th?
I'm ecstatic about it. It's truly a wonderful opportunity for the students to move from a high school setting to a college setting where they're going to be competing at Missouri State. It's probably my favorite tournament of the year. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just incredible getting that week with them and seeing that they rank just a little bit higher than maybe some of our competition throughout the year. So finally getting that validation that they rightfully deserve.
Carson Kilgore, what are you going to be competing in at state?
So for state, I'm going to be competing in USX. It's basically quick thinking, and basically you have to write speech on the spot and present it to your judge. That's where I'll be going in state.
Now, do you like that kind of pressure?
I think it really helps, because when you're under that pressure, it forces you to do things that like you might not normally do if you have like more preparation time. So you kind of got to think on the spot, and it can also help you with like other speeches like later in your life.
Now, have you performed in this aspect, this area of speech and debate during the regular season?
Yeah, because a lot of the invitationals will have like a lot of pressure on you, and like when you get into the finals rounds, like there's a lot more pressure on you to do good, and you can't really make as many mistakes as you would like on the level at state or national.
Carson, what's the time frame? You meet with judges. Someone gives you a topic, and how long do you have to write your speech and then give it?
Right. So I get a topic, and I got 30 minutes to research, prep the speech, practice the speech. So by the time I get into my room, I'm able to give it as well as I can to the judge, and that's when I receive like my rank.
Noah, how about this particular aspect of speech and debate? That sounds like if you can compete in that and be successful, you could be successful in anything you try in life.
Absolutely. Having the ability to adapt quickly is incredible to highlight in a lot of our students. Now, I will also bring up USX may bring some students in that simply don't want to prepare a whole lot. So there are some speeches that really blow you out of the water, and then some speeches, hey, at least the kid said something.
And I bet Carson has a lot to say.
Yeah. All good stuff.
All right. Quentin Quick, a sophomore, what are you going to be competing in at state?
Well, I'm not going to be competing, but I will be supporting my team and my team members.
Well, Quentin, what does this program mean to you? How has it helped you? Just in, I think every high school student should at least take a preliminary form of speech and debate because it can help you in all phases of your life. How'd you get involved in the program at Truman?
Well, for me specifically, I got out of middle school and I got sent a letter saying how they looked over my middle school career and how I always had good grades and attendance. They wanted me to come and join speech and debate. So honestly, for me joining speech and debate, it helps me learn how to speak better, have their tone, and how I speak and talk to people. So I think it's definitely a curriculum that every kid should take within their 4 years of high school, even if it's just for 1 year at least.
Mm-hmm. How excited are you cheering for your teammates at State?
It's definitely an honor to have them on my team. It's always great to watch other people succeed. Even if I'm not there competing, it's always great to watch them, do what I can.
Noah, in that aspect, how important is it for someone who's not even competing to come down and support his teammates?
Well, it's always great to help them because if they're in a bad mindset, you can go down there and having someone prep you on and have that good mindset, it'll really help you push and want to be better.
Good for you, Quentin. I think that's awesome. Got a couple of seniors we're going to be talking to. Jayla Dodd. Jayla, how long have you been involved in speech and debate?
I've been involved in speech and debate since my freshman year, so this is my 4th year.
Okay. What intrigued you about speech and debate?
I've always been an argumentative person and very outgoing. So going to tournaments, getting to have not only a team environment, but somewhere where my skills as a public speaker can grow have always been something I wanted to get out of high school.
What are you involved in speech and debate, Jayla?
I've done several events over the span of my 4 years. I've done every single debate type, so public forums, policy, and Lincoln Douglas. And then I've also done various speech events. I've done every public addressment event, but I typically enter in extemporaneous speaking, and then Lincoln Douglas has been my top 2 this season.
Okay. In extemporaneous speaking, is you up there in front of the judges doing your thing? What do you enjoy about that?
A lot of it is definitely a learning experience. Being good at extemporaneous, you have to stay up to date about things going on in the world.
Uh-huh.
So it gives me a lot of insight and knowledge, and then also forces me to think on the fly, which I think makes me not only a funnier person, because I do have to make my judges laugh, but I think it also just helps me prepare to be put in front of a crowd and speak on the fly.
Noah, what does Jayla bring to the team?
Not only awesome spirit that lifts everyone else up. She brings all of the knowledge that I don't know how she keeps it all up in the brain, but it's there and does it help the team every single day.
Jayla, are you going to continue on and do something with speech and debate in college?
I haven't decided yet. I'm going to Howard University, and I haven't really looked into their program yet. I would love to continue debating in college, but I haven't decided if that's the path for me yet.
Jayla, does everything mean a bit more to you this year, being a senior?
It's definitely a very sentimental time. Since this is my last year competing, I mean, making memories at tournaments has always been, really important. And definitely getting to just, experience all of the, not only seniority privileges, but also being able to just, teach the younger members on the team and, have them, carry on a legacy.
Jayla, can you look at some of the younger members on the team and think, wow, that was me 4 years ago?
Most definitely. 4 years ago, I was not very great at speech debate. Everyone's novice year was very interesting. And overall, I mean, there are so many people on the team who I see myself in, and so many who were better than me at that age who are definitely going to succeed much more than I have.
Go get them at state, kiddo.
Thank you.
Amanda Amiku, another senior. Amanda, how did you discover speech and debate?
Yeah, I actually have a story similar to Quentin's.
They sent me a letter in 8th grade, and it gets you, I'll say.
So they sent you the letter, and, were you excited about receiving that letter?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I definitely say my mother was way more excited than me. But, I've grown to love speech and debate. I joined in my freshman year, and I've loved it ever since. So they hooked me in, for sure.
Amanda, what has this program meant to you? How has it changed your life at Truman High School over the past 4 years?
I'll honestly say it's a huge sense of community. I think Speech and Debate is a big program, and there's a lot of different people, but you find your people within this group. And it's nice to have a place where you know that everyone's cheering you on and wants you to succeed.
Amanda, what will you be performing in at State?
Yeah, so I'm actually not competing at State. Again, similar to Clinton. I'll be cheering them on just from home, though, not at Missouri State. But I'm so excited for the opportunities that this team has.
Noah, what does Amanda bring to the team?
Amanda has been one of my kiddos that always pushed me to be a better coach, try and make sure that I'm providing every student with one of the many different avenues that we allow for in our speech and debate world. Amanda has truly made me want to be a better coach for every single one of my kids.
Noah Graham, Carson Kilgore, Jayla Dodd, Amanda Amiku, and Quentin Quick, we can't thank you enough for joining us today. We wish you nothing but success at State, in the future, and folks, you're always welcome here in the Sonic Locker Room.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you.